Welcome to the Hammers Headlines in association with our good friends over at Knees Up Mother Brown, KUMB.com. Make sure you do go across there and check out their wonderful content as per usual. My name's Anton from the West Ham Network, and as usual, we bring to you daily Hammers Headlines news. Again, like I said, in association with our good friends over at Knees Up Mother Brown, we bring to you some of the stories from today. Sometimes they amalgamate, sometimes they change, sometimes they progress fast, sometimes they're just false news. But what we have promised is to bring these stories to you, so make sure you do engage with the channel as much as you can, but make sure you do go across, check out KUMB.com again for the wonderful content. But before I move on from the stories, let me tell you today about some of the prizes from our good friends over at Football Prizes. You have a chance to win this wonderful prize, this signed and framed Paulo Di Canio custom frame shirt display, all for the price of, are you ready for this, 39 pence. Yes, you have heard me correct. This is what you do. You go over to the link that I will put in the description and you will have a chance to enter this wonderful prize. Look at that top from the legend that they call Paulo Di Canio. On top of that, you'll be entered into the prize draw for 19 instant win prizes, including a signed Fulkrug top, a signed Alan Devonshire top, the main Defoe top, Max Kilman top, you name it. There is plenty of prizes there. Signed pictures from Tony Cottee, and some of the players back in the heyday, the legends of this club, of course. This prize will end on Thursday, the 3rd of July at 7:30 p.m. So make sure you do go across there and check it out. All for the price of 39 pence. You can enter as many times as you want. So get cracking and go across. Check out the link in the description to join Football Prizes to be in with a chance of winning that wonderful content as per usual. But we are here, like I said, to talk about KUMB.com, all of our Hammers headlines for today. So without further ado, I'm going to get cracking and jump onto the first story. And that first story is about this man, a player that I rate quite highly, to be honest with you, Nayef Aguerd. And, he's picked up an injury. He's been out on loan to the La Liga, been out at Real Sociedad, and apparently clubs in Germany are now paying a bit of an interest. Now, Nayef Aguerd has been injured and is trying to recoup himself from his injury, but Bayer Leverkusen are supposedly interested in bringing the Moroccan defender to the club. Erik ten Hag is out there just now. We know Manchester United paid a keen interest in trying to bring Aguerd to the club, but he is apparently available for around about £25 million, and apparently again he's made it very clear that he no longer wishes to play for West Ham, and he has reiterated his request not to return to West Ham this summer. Again, this is all reports. We don't know for facts what the story is. We've also learned over the past couple of days Zuma has left the club as well. We know that him and Aguerd were very close. So it looks like we have no interest in loaning the player out and are looking for a straight move. Liga inside Marseille were interested and showed an interest in him, but apparently they were not able to meet West Ham's valuation. I think this is a shame if he does go, because I do think there is a player there, but it looks like there's a matter of time that he is going to be leaving the club. So let me know in the comments section as well as I move on to the next story, and that is a little bit of an Antonio update, because we heard from the club yesterday saying that the announcement is that we are unable to agree to terms on a new short-term contract with West Ham and Antonio, and he's now set to become a free agent on the 30th of June. But it has also said that Graham Potter is keen and not ruled out the possibility of agreeing a new contract offer with Antonio, and that's going to be dependent on whether or not he can prove his fitness and his ability to perform at Premier League level, especially as West Ham are going to be looking at reducing our wage bill. Antonio has shared recently his kind of inspirational comeback video, you could say, showing where he come from to where he is just now, and fair play, and he is, and it's a shame that maybe West Ham are going to have to say goodbye to him. But the reason why I've written Friends United is apparently his old boss, old West Ham boss David Moyes is interested in bringing him to Everton, which I could probably see being a move, because we all know Antonio in his day can still give something back to the club. It's just whether or not he can fully recover from that accident that he did have, where he did nearly lose his life. I can picture other clubs around the world, including in the MLS, potentially offering him some good deals as well. So this will be an interesting story to develop and see if at all he can agree a deal with West Ham or not. So let me know your thoughts on that. Will he be in the Premier League with Everton? Will he be in the Premier League with West Ham? Or will he go abroad to the MLS? As I move on to the last story, and that is West Ham have been linked to another Belgian talent. We've maybe mentioned him before, Mario Stroeykens of Anderlecht, the attacking midfielder. The player is an attacking midfielder. He's 20 years old. He's known to play as a central midfielder and a left winger, so a little bit versatile there. He can, like I said, he's 20 years old. He's a Belgian player, and he's got a lot going for him in the attacking world. The transfer window, like we know, is closing at 7 p.m. tonight, only for 6 days. But it looks like Leeds United have entered the fray to try and bring him in as the playmaker, and it looks like he is potentially in agreement, potentially with personal terms. So West Ham might be losing out on another young Belgium talented superstar. And I think it's going to be an interesting position for Leeds because they're desperate for that playmaker, as are West Ham. But it's interesting to see what dynamics of where West Ham are going to move forward with the likes of a player who's not got proven ability in the Premier League. So apparently Leeds are now coming the front runners to bring Mario into the club, and he's got a reputable remit of Belgian football. 20 years, breakout talent, managed 5 goals and 7 assists in all competitions last season. So he's got something about him, and that's the market we thought West Ham are going to be interested in. So keep your eye on that one. That could be heading out the door, but we're going to have lots more news coming your way. Don't you worry. That's been the Hammers headlines for today. Short, sharp, straight to the point. So make sure you do go and check out our wonderful content from KUMB.com. Thanks for watching, and of course, take it easy. Come on, you irons.